So, what are the requirements for a governor's State of the State address in California? Like in 2023, Governor Gavin Newsom will not be delivering the traditional State of the State address in the Assembly chambers in our historic California state capitol in 2024. Now, can he do that? The answer is simply yes. Article 5, Section 3 of the California Constitution states the governor shall report to the legislature each calendar year on the condition of the state and may make recommendations. This language is clear that an annual report must be made to the legislature, but what form that report takes is not specified, nor the time at which it has to be given. In other words, the state constitution does not specify whether a written or verbal report is done. In addition, Section 3 does not specify when that report must be made, although historically it has been done in January or early February, similar to the US President's annual State of the Union address to a joint session of the United States Congress. Despite that, to use legislative terminology, it's been the custom and practice of California governors to address the two houses of the legislature in the assembly chambers for many decades. This has occurred since roughly the time of World War II, when governors began supplementing their written report with their speech to the legislature. It was then Governor Earl Warren who began the tradition. Governor Warren served from 1943 to 1953. Recall that when Governor Newsom made the traditional State of the State speeches his first 2 years in office, during the pandemic in 2020, first he gave his third speech inside Dodgers Stadium in Los Angeles, and his fourth speech during the pandemic was made from a state agency auditorium. By the way, I wanted to mention as we approach the end of the 2 year legislative session at the end of August, note that Article 4, Section 22 of our state constitution has a reporting requirement by the four legislative leaders. Section 22 says that at the convening of the 2 year session and at the close of each regular session 2 years later, the four legislative leaders must set forth their goals and objectives for the session and then report on the progress that they made towards meeting those goals and objectives.